looked at, or I'm going to be looked at as doing something different, as doing something um definitely different than other content creators in the Formula One space. But you all should all know, especially my members in the Wolfpack family, if you're not a member in the Wolfpack family, if you have not joined the channel, this is probably a good time for you to say, you know what, I'm going to join this channel. It is probably a good time for you to do that, given the news that I'm about to present to you all on YouTube. Now, listen, we're going to have a meeting in the Wolves Den. Now, that's a private meeting to members only. We're going to have a meeting, and there are other additional information that I'm going to cover in regards to this announcement I'm making. If you haven't also listened, because this is in part connected to that, if you have not listened to the podcast or the episode with Joshua Bugembe, then you need to, all right? Especially the last one. Salute out to him for the Super One championship. He won that championship. He definitely learned a lot going through this championship process. What's going on? What's going on, fam? What's up, family? What's up, everybody? We're about to make this announcement. He definitely won that championship. He earned that championship, but there's a lot of things that they are running up against. Okay. And I know a lot of us speak to diversity. A lot of us speak to wanting to see a more diverse grid, a more diverse driver seating or pairing in Formula One, all the way up through F4, F3, F2. We speak to these things that we want to see, especially on the most elite level. But then how many of us are actually doing things that contribute to that dream, that contribute to that goal? It's not enough for us to only just want to talk about these things. There comes a time where you got to put action if you want to see progress. If you want to see anything materialize, you have to take some sort of action. Us talking on these channels, us talking in private settings about these things and how we feel like, oh, it's not happening, it's not happening. Well, if you're not taking any action to these things happening, then you're gonna have to slow down and quiet your talk just a little bit, because there comes a time, like I said, where you got to start walking. You can't just keep talking. And we at the Wolfpack family have decided that we are going to walk forward. And how we're going to walk forward is this: we understand and realize that we cannot change the entire world just alone in my organization with my family and community yet. We are still growing. And if we grow to the capacity or to the limits, not even limits, if we grow to the numbers where we can take a bigger effect in the world, in Formula One, in these driving, in these communities, then that is great, because that is what I aspire to do. All right. Now, we listened and we heard Joshua has a situation that when he shows up to the track, because of finances. Now, you got to understand, there are multi-millionaire families in these divisions, in these karting ranks, that them themselves even have somewhat of what they call obstacles in competing. Nowhere near somebody who's not a multi-millionaire. You understand that? We also heard in the episode, if you listen, a team spent $300,000 on an engine to be competitive with Joshua. There are families out there that have an abundant amount of cash flow to just spend, and rightfully so, for their kids to compete. All right. This is where we start meeting and seeing that paid seats and money carrying lack of talent and or not, because some people are going to be talented and have the money, and blessed to them. But we have a situation where we recognize that we have a driver in Joshua Bugembe who has also been recognized by Sir Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes, other programs, to have a talent where he can excel. But there has to be some push behind that. So what we're going to do, what we decided to do with the Wolfpack family, is this: we are starting the Kart Tire Fund. All right. Now, I called it the Kart Tire Fund because we have to focus our energy somewhere. Now, we know we heard in the episode are his testing and then coming to the race. Well, that problem is developed because Joshua has a tendency that when he only has a certain amount of tires, he's having to save a set of new, versus when he's practicing and then racing on new, your dynamic of race changes. So we all kind of understood this, and we all have to understand this. that there has to be some sort of focus for us. So we're going to focus on raising money to supply Joshua with additional tires in his next 2023 season. Hopefully that he can retain this championship. All right. That's what we're going to be focusing on. Now, what I should have done is made an additional board with this one and made it on the other page, which I will just go ahead and do now. So this is what we're doing. All right. That is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be assisting, and we're going to be going forward with the money. Now, what I'm going to do is the proceeds from the YouTube channel. Now, when you show up to Finale Lap, we have 6 more races in the season, okay? 6 more races in the season. So with 6 more races being in the season, I'm going to dedicate my proceeds from the super chats that you all contribute. You all contribute in the super chats. You all are contributing to that. So the super chats, the super stickers, I'm going to take those proceeds that we collect from here to the next races in the Finale Lap for the 6 races going forward. And those proceeds that are collected in those 6 races are going to be allocated to Joshua's 2023 season, focused on getting him additional tires so that he can move forward with everything that he does. Now, we already know that we have news coming up, right? We know we have this news coming up, and this is something that we're also going to pay attention to, and we'll come back to that. But the main focus that we're going to focus on is Joshua, all right? And this is what we are going to do with the money. All right, now there's a meeting that him and me and his dad will have as to the list of parts that are going to be there that we also could go into, but our main focus is going to be on the tires. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Now, like I said, John Fuller, definitely cool. I really appreciate that, man. And if you want to be included in on the meetings, consider joining the family. Go to the main page, hit join so that you could be in on the Zoom calls, because after this, we're going to go in and I'm going to divulge to the family a bit more information on how the inner workings of this are going to go forward, because there are going to be some things that we're going to need to do in order to facilitate everything. All right, now we still have to keep and maintain a channel, so we're going to go into that on the Zoom call. So all Wolfpack family members, be sure that after I get off this live, you're in the Zoom call. Now, I don't know how much money we'll end up raising towards the last race, Abu Dhabi being the last race, the 6th race of the season. But anything that is collected during the Finale Lap, which is post-race Sunday lives that I do, we're taking that money and we're going to allocate it to Joshua's 2023 season, focused on getting him as many sets of tires as we can, okay? I also, if need be, and these tires have to be purchased here in the state, that's something else that we're going to discuss on the Zoom call. And I have those notes here because we will talk about the logistics of that. But we're done talking. The Wolfpack family is done talking. We've decided that we are going to start moving forward with action. Big shout out to Sylvia Kelly. What's going on? Big shout out to Sylvia Kelly. Definitely Sylvia. And now for sure, we're going to hold that for the Finale Lap coming up Sunday. Definitely, she kicks it off in the right way. And this is what I love about my family members, about you all, the subscribers, the viewers, the people who participate in the super chats. Even if you didn't join the family yet, you participate in the super chats, which gives homage and much love and respect to what I'm trying to do as a platform. And I really do appreciate that. Also, I'm going to tell you this. All the donations that go forward and doing everything else, we're still going to count for the VIP box. So if you haven't yet got your VIP box yet, if you haven't reached tier 1 VIP, your proceeds, your super chats, your super stickers will count towards the actual VIP box, and you will get one of these VIP boxes. Sylvia Kelly is our most recent tier 2 VIP program joining member, okay? Nah, big shout out, nah. Definitely appreciate that. Now remember, everything that's gonna start being collected for Joshua's tires is gonna start the first race, the race back after this break, which I believe is Singapore. All right, and thank you, Sylvia, for taking care of that. I was just about to get on that. It's Singapore. Nah is another tier 2. She's the second tier 2 VIP member. And Akondo, big shout out, Akondo. I really appreciate that. Even so, we can help curb the cost. And that's a fact, Akondo. That's something that we can do. We're not at the Wolfpack family. We're not saying that we're going to be able to come and have $1 million to give toward this. We're saying that we're not sitting on the sideline anymore, and we're taking action about what we're talking. And we talk and we start walking. So that's what we have decided, that this is what we're doing. I definitely support it, and I'm showing my support because my platform is going to be utilized. My platform is going to be a hub to facilitate and offer assistance towards not just Joshua in racing, but the whole initiative of diversity in Formula One is what we are pushing for. That's what we're pushing for. That's what we're doing. Dario, appreciate it, bro. Big shout out to you. That is what we're pushing for. No games. Okay, so remember, everything is going to start. Race Singapore finale lap. Don't miss it. 6 races going forward. I want everybody to be full force. The 6 races going forward. I don't care if you're a member here, if you just viewing. I'm going to post it on Twitter, letting everybody know. Show up to finale lap and be about what you talk about. Be about what you talk about. Joshua don't have the platform set up for this. All right. His channel is not ready for this. The Wolfpack family channel is ready for this. So guess what? We're going to be the plug. We're the plug. So 6 races to the end of the season. People, show up full force. Show me that you are about what you talk about. Okay. I don't see any other content creator platforms out here yet doing what we're doing or what we're trying to do and what we plan to do here at Wolfpack. People might hate that. People might not like when I say that. I'm just being for real when I say that. And I'm proud of my family members. I'm proud of my viewers. I'm proud of my subscribers. I'm proud of all of that because you all ride with me for real. When I step out and I'm trying to do different things, you all ride with me. And that's what I love about it. Y'all are not afraid to hop in that car with me and take this ride and go down this street and try to make change. That's what I like about it. And understand, we're going to reach some people going to combat us on this. Some people going to talk bad about us. Some people going to have negative things to say. Like, oh, you doing this for him, but you're not doing this for everybody. Listen, we got to do what we can do. At least we doing something. We're doing something in the right direction. We're doing something to move positive. So like I said, when I get off here, all Wolfpack family members understand this. We call for this. Even if you weren't in the meeting, you part of this. It's time to dial it up and step it up on another level. I'm giving Joshua my platform 6 races going forward in finale lap to assist him with the 2023 season. I'm not trying to bully anybody into nothing, but if you've been doing $1 and $2 super chats, this is your opportunity. If there was ever one, if you said you wanted to see Formula One progress, if you said you wanted to see the underdogs be successful, time to raise the bar, raise your standards, and do a bit more in the lieu and in the light of what we are doing here. That's what I'm talking about. We finna get busy. By the way, for all those haters talking about, hey, I don't send out VIP boxes, I don't send out bottles. All the people who were in the raffle for those 5 bottles got their bottles. Believe me, they got their bottles. I'm going to get pictures and I'm going to post them. They got their bottles. Don't believe these people when they come out talking about me in this whole negative light. Trust me, I'll stand up for whatever I have done, whether it's right or wrong, and I will tell you, these people out here are going to try to derail us. Big facts, no lie. All right? So we going to definitely, Mary, we're going to get those done, and that's what I'm talking about. We got to get those up. We're going to have to come off the $2 and the $1. We're going to have to come up and really push forward to make a change because y'all got to understand. Everything starts first race in Singapore. Y'all got to understand. Sets of tires, I'm telling you, each set probably going to cost about $200. I'm going to look into the pricing. That's something else we're going to talk about on the Zoom call. All right, that's something else we're going to talk about. I'm not saying we're going to be able to get 100 sets of tires, but we doing something. That's what I do know. We doing something. All right. So big shout out to everybody that showed up here. Remember, first race, Singapore. We are kicking this off. I will make the trailer. All right. I will make the trailer that will play before the video. Like every other trailer I have, I'm going to make a specific trailer for the funding of these tires going forward for Joshua, so you all know when we are kicked on for that exactly, okay? When you see that trailer, we are on and go for the Kart tire fund. Every week, I will update this after finale lap. I will go through that money and see how much. I will also make sure I do the shout outs for the super chats just the same. The shout outs for the new members just the same. But I will update this board to show the reflection post Singapore, post the next races, where we are all the way up until Abu Dhabi, so you can see what we have. Now, Wolfpack family, you all will be privy to information everybody else is not privy to because you ain't on the Zoom calls. So at the end, I will go over that collected. Now, you got to understand, YouTube takes a big portion of taxes out of this. What I also am going to do on the other side of that is I'm going to, whatever they whatever they release, because they're going to take out taxes, I'm going to compensate that so that that money still stands the same as much as possible. All right, we're trying to do as much as we possible to have as much impact as possible. That's what we got going on, okay? So let's get this thing popping. Singapore, which is what? I mean, I know we've been without a race week, but it's coming up this week. This week we starting, right? This week is the 30th, is on Friday. That means we got practice. Now we're going to have quality kickback. That's not for that, okay? Finale lap is on Sunday. Sunday after Singapore, finale lap, post-race events. That's what we doing. That's when we turn it up. And all the money preceded, super chats given during finale lap, hey, that's collected. That's going to go into the meter, and we're going to keep riding out so we can support this Carter, this champion, and Joshua Bugembe going forward for the 2023 season. And Wolfpack is about to be something. The Wolfpack family, we stepping up. We sponsoring Joshua moving forward. Now, there are some things that I'm going to talk about as to that in the Zoom call with the Wolfpack family members that I'm not going to talk about here, because that's big business. That's business, and the Wolfpack family is going to be included in that business. Now, I'm not putting all that business on YouTube, but I will talk about that in the Zoom call and the inner workings, because that's at the round table. We ain't sitting at no square table of mine. We got a round table. Nobody's got the edge. Nobody sits out ahead. We at a round table. We looking this way and that way. Nobody got to look like that when we sit in the Wolfpack family member. That's what I'm building. Straight up facts like that, okay? So I will see you all in the Zoom call. I know I think it said 11:30, but we're going to get off here now, and we're going to head over to the Zoom call. All Wolfpack family members, the link is in the Zoom, the YouTube member link section. Go ahead and click that link when I end here. I will be waiting for you there, and I will go over these notes that I have so that we could cover kind of how this is going to framework, what me and Mike also talked about, what Mike and I are going to talk about going forward, and some of the things that we as a family are going to have to do with and do without for the remainder of these 6 races, because we're doing something great. That's what we got going on. All right, so I really appreciate everybody coming to the live. You already know I said I'm going to be live every weekend. I do have content I'm going to put out as to news that came out about Williams, but that's going to have to be on a different day. That's not more important than this to me. Okay, that any Formula One news aside from somebody passing is not more important than what we are about to do right here with the Wolfpack family member. This shit is important. This is important because this is taking action about things that we talked about. So listen, just build it. Be safe. Family members, head over to the Zoom call link. Let's link in so I can update you on how we going forward, and we're going to go from there. Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody that showed up for this announcement. I'm telling you, watch what happens after this announcement. Watch the culture. Watch what happens after this announcement. Watch the talk, and watch what you start seeing after this announcement. I guarantee you, and mark my words when I said it. When I see it, I'm just going to be like, I told y'all. Watch how it happens. Watch how people start being like, what the hell going on right there? I'm telling you, we're doing something different at this level. All right, so big shout out, peace and love. I'm out. Family members, I'll see you on the Zoom. John Fuller, welcome to the family, baby. I saw you join. Welcome to the family. Much appreciated. You now have access to the Zoom calls as well. We will see you in the Wolves Den. I'm out of here. Peace.